Today I'm going to go for a stroll and see what I can find along my favourite creek system. When I was growing up, I used to go down this creek system that I'm going to be walking down today, and I used to find all sorts of stuff down this place, and it was just amazing, and it hasn't changed. There's numerous amounts of things that you can still find, and it's a really pretty spot that I've been very lucky to grow up frequently visiting. So stay tuned, and I'll take you through what I found a couple of days ago, and I had a really fun time, so I hope you enjoy what I found. What I found here, a skull. Actually, there's a whole skeleton of this. I don't know if it's a cow or a steer, probably not a bull. But they're such a massive animal, aren't they? Because I know a lot about sheep, I'm not into cattle, so whenever I see the skeleton or bits of the skeleton of cattle, I'm always amazed by it. So huge. So he was well and truly licked clean by the foxes, but quite a few years ago, I think, because it's almost starting to break down that bone. And there's the old teeth, back teeth, and the ruminants, which is the cattle, sheep, goats, deer and antelope. They have back teeth top and bottom, and actually I'll just get the jaw, make more sense. So you got your back teeth there, top and bottom, and at the front the ruminants only have teeth on the bottom jaw, and that's they clamp the grasses between their top gum and these lips as well, and their bottom teeth. And that's how it works. But animals like horses and camels, they have teeth on their top and bottom at the front. So that's one easy way to tell the difference if you come across their skulls. It's a big animal. I'll show you the pelvis. So I don't want to hear anybody else complaining about their big hips. And look at that. Awesome. Big creature. Alright, this is our local mushroom, and these are edible. I know exactly what they are. I have no problem eating these things. They are basically a local bush tucker, and they're quite strong. I forget there is a name for this particular type of mushroom. They're not the same ones that you buy from the supermarket. They're a stronger flavour, and yeah, if you cook them, the smell just goes right through the whole meal. But when it comes to this, I do know what I'm talking about, because this is our local mushroom and it's not poisonous. But if I was somewhere else, a few hundred k's away, I wouldn't eat it even if it looked like that, because there might be some subtle difference and all of a sudden it's toxic. So if you want to make double shore, around this area, all I do is I peel a bit of skin back like that, and that will go yellow when it's exposed to the air. If it's toxic, it'll go yellow, and I know that is actually something that looks like it's edible, but it's not. That yellow stuff is some terrible stuff that will kill your liver. So don't eat stuff that's yellow, but that trick is probably just a local trick. Don't trust that trick around your place. And if you want, you can actually pick these and wait till they go a bit darker. They start off quite pink in this gill area, and once it's dark, you can collect the seed or the spores, and by putting it in a paper bag, and then you take it off, and then you'll have the pattern of the mushroom. But that's the dust. That's the stuff. That's the fertile reproductive side of it, and you can create your own plant that way if you want to do that. Now this, if you notice, mushrooms always go in a bit of an arc. So under the ground, because the mushroom is only the fruit, under the ground, the mycelium, which is the fungal plant, it's probably about this big underneath the ground. It goes down about 400 millimeters, and then when things are right, it's damp and it's autumn time, they'll send up their fruit. Eventually it lifts up, sides lift up like that, the wind gets in it, blows the dust around, and it'll settle somewhere else and create a new plant. And that's basically the life cycle of a mushroom. And you can capitalise on it if you want and take that home for your tucker. Just over here, there's some what we call wood ducks. Now they're not actually a duck, they're a goose, or they're geese, and it's called Maine geese, and they're a native Australian wild geese, so they're sought after game. People shoot them. You can get a permit, special shooter's permit with a shotgun to shoot those things at duck hunting season. But I'd be in trouble if I went after one of these and actually hit one, because I don't have a scrap of indigenous blood in me, and that's probably the only way you could throw a throwing stick at a goose or a wild wood duck. And I'd never get close enough to them anyway. They're such a wary animal, and I've only got at the very most, probably 45 metre range with this thing, whereas with a gun you can probably get, I don't know, it's probably about 70 metres accuracy out of them. And they're always up on those banks. So that bank is a channel over there, and they always stand up on the bank because they're grass eaters like the rest of normal geese, domestic geese. They're always on a high spot where the grass is, and they get a good vantage point for seeing if there's any predators coming to get them. Unlike say ducks, a true duck like wood duck or teal duck or something like, not wood duck, black duck or teal duck, they'll be sitting on the water getting tadpoles and yabbies and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's our Maine goose. It's a very pretty animal, and I'll just be leaving it alone today. Oh, this is what I was talking about before. Just stumbled across this out in the nice green paddock here. That's a perfect mycelium ring, and it's sent up. Oh, it looks like it's got two different crops of mushrooms. So that would have been from the rain before last, that one, and that's from this very last rain. So it's a fresh crop. And just like you get those mushroom kits at home, you buy from a Bunnings type store, or whatever that store's called in your country, You know, the little kits with the mulch and the moss in it and that, the peat. But so under there is a whole plant, and it's still alive. And if it rains again over the next few days, it'll probably send up another crop of mushroom fruit for you to eat. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on that walk with me. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll catch you on the next episode.